Mr. Barnett, we understand you're going to testify today before the Senate Interstate Gambling Committee hearing.
Who says they want to testify, boys?
Come on, Mike, we know what you're down here for. What are you going to tell the Gambling Committee?
Never to try to fill an inside straight.
We hear you're going to blow the lid off things, Mike.
I can't tell you anything now, boys. Later, up on the hill.
Well, you are under subpoena, aren't you?
Yeah, that much is on the record.
Mike Barnett.
Hi, news hawk. I wondered where you were. You just missed the fast no comment, Sam.
You've got some time before the hearing, Mike. Let's catch some coffee. 2 coffees, please. This investigation is really getting hot. You came at just the right time.
I'm not used to these public hearings, Sam. I'm a private eye.
Are you really going to blow the whistle, Mike?
This gambling committee's been doing a good job. I'm going to tell them everything I know.
Such as what?
No comment. You and I are old friends, Sam, but you're a newspaper man. I can't talk until I testify, not even to you.
Okay, Mike, but after you do, I want the whole story, and I want it for the Gazette.
I didn't know you were covering the hearings.
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm not. They've got me down at the Pentagon. But I always cover Barnett.
There's a telephone call from Mr. Sam Randall at the information desk. Mr. Sam Randall, please.
That's the Pentagon. 5 sides, 5 floors, 5 phones at every desk. I feel married to it.
Sorry, this seat's taken.
I got a seat for you, Barnett, on the next plane back to New York.
I like it here, Buster. I just got in.
The climate ain't healthy, Barnett. We're round-tripping you.
Tell me about it.
Listen, Barnett, the policy business never did nothing to you. Why don't you wise up and go home easy?
What policy business? I came down here to see the cherry blossoms.
You're making your point the hard way.
You're begging for a bruise.
Look, Seamus, it's almost post time.
Hey, Mike, gotta run. Big flap at the Pentagon.
Hey, Sam!
Can't wait. I'll try to pick you up for lunch.
The plane leaves in 15 minutes. We're seeing you off. Stay on it.
Mind if I pick up something to read?
No, we don't mind, as long as you read it on the plane. That's for you, Barnett.
Capital Airlines announces the departure of Flight 307 to New York. Now loading at Gate 8. All aboard, please.
That's your plane.
Pete! Pete!
Mike, hello.
Last time I saw you was in Berlin in '46.
Funny you should mention it. I'm just coming in from Berlin with the U.S. mail. Can we give you a lift? It's all right, Corporal. He's a friend of mine. If you don't mind the military escort.
Mind it. I need it. Thanks, Pete. I'll give you a ring.
Now, Mr. Freitag, you have given this committee your name, although you seem to have several names. And your occupation is retired. What exactly have you retired from?
I refuse to answer on the grounds that it will criticize me.
Isn't it true that you are employed by a resident of the District of Columbia, Mr. Oscar Burns, also known as Augie Burns?
I refuse to answer on the grounds, like I said before.
You realize that the continual flouting of the prerogatives of this committee and the rights of the American people can't go on like this?
I refuse to answer on the ground that it will criticize me.
For heaven's sake, Mr. Freitag, on what grounds?
I refuse to answer on the grounds that it'll criticize me.
Our boy's doing all right. We're safe with him, unless they got a law against being stupid.
If he was smart, you wouldn't let him be there, would you, Augie?
You realize that the continual flouting...
Hey, boss,
Please, I'm watching the television.
I refuse to answer on the grounds that it will criticize me.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to ask that this witness be cited for contempt of the Senate.
A certification will be made to the Attorney General's office.
What's going to happen to him now? Is this serious?
Not answering is better than answering wrong. That's perjury. And perjury's better than what any of you boys get if you give those guys any more than your middle name.
Don't worry, boss. Nobody'll talk.
Except maybe Mike Barnett.
Yeah, well, I was trying to tell you about that.
This I am interested to hear. You did meet him, didn't you?
Yeah, only we were short-stopped.
Who by?
That reporter, Sam Randall.
You mean he gets in your way?
No, he leaves. Then we got him cold, see? Doc and I got him all set for the old rusheroo. Then what happens? The shamus gets an army escort.
A what?
Some fancy pants with a couple of soldier boys. You know what armed things, MPs. A friend of his. So Barnett grabs a ride. We tail him. Guess where he goes?
The White House.
Who told you?
That's right. Yeah. Very smart man, Mr. Burnett. Isn't he, Mary?
Very smart. Hey, look.
Please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear that the testimony that you shall give this committee is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Please be seated.
Mr. Barnett, will you tell this committee what you do for a living?
Certainly, sir. I'm a private investigator licensed by the state of New York.
A private investigator. In other words, your services are of a...
Excuse me, Senator. Mr. Barnett, in the course of your work, you are obliged to cross state lines, are you not?
Yes, sir. All of them from time to time, but mostly in the eastern seaboard.
Well, in that general area, have you encountered any direct evidence of organized operations, say, of places where off-the-track horse betting occurs or illegal lotteries, that sort of thing?
Senator, if this hearing were being conducted in any one of 17 cities I could name, if I were to throw $2 out that window over there, it'd be fielded by a bookie. That bookie would be working for one of 2 or 3 men, big operators who control handbooks, slots, slot machines, and every type of backroom layout this side of the Mississippi River.
Then you would say that there is concentrated here in the East large-scale illegal operations dominated and controlled by certain specific individuals.
Oh, definitely.
And you are prepared to name these men?
Well, I would say that there's a tremendous operation here in the East, but in all fairness, I'd have to say that it isn't confined to just this area. I would have to testify on the basis of my own experience, but yes, Senator, I'm prepared to name names.
Mr. Barnett, I'm terribly sorry for this distraction. An emergency has arisen, and we will have to take an adjournment so the members of the committee can attend a meeting of the Senate as a whole.
This committee meeting is adjourned until 3:30 this afternoon.
Mr. Barnett,
That's right.
I'm from the Gazette. Sam Randall sent me over. Expected to find you on the stand.
The senators farmed me out.
On option?
Just till 3:30.
Well, that's fine. Sam is tied up, and he asked me to bring you over to meet our managing editor for lunch.
Well, why include Sam? Why not just the two of us?
Days I take orders from the boss. Evenings. Now, we better get going. I have a car parked right down at the foot of the stairs.
How long you been on the Gazette, Miss...
Stacy, in just a couple of months. Want to see my press card? All right, Barnett. One move, and I'll get your name in the papers, all right? In the obituaries.
Hello, Barnett. Nice to see you again.
Take it back, Augie. It doesn't look right without a gun in it.
What do you mean, Barnett? I haven't any use for guns.
Yeah, I know. You farm them out to your girlfriends. Well, what do you know? Tweedledum and Tweedledee.
Listen,
Now,
wise guy.
Henry, Mr. Barnett is our guest. And I understand he's a very reasonable man.
Very reasonable.
Of course he is. And I think after a little conversation, Mr. Barnett will realize that we have a very mutual interest in this case.
Very mutual or pari-mutual, Augie?
Same old Mike Barnett, always full of chuckles.
All right, Augie, you didn't get me here for kicks. Let's get to it.
Sure, Mike. Please, sit down. How about a drink? Scotch and soda?
Oh, thanks. I'll take my conversation straight. Shoot. Excuse me. Go ahead.
Okay. Now about the reception committee at the airport this morning. We are only testing. I wanted to find out how serious you are about testifying. I should have known.
Should have known what? That I like to answer subpoenas?
No. Should have known you don't scare easy.
All right, let's get back to the subject.
Well, when you first start testifying, I figure they got a break for lunch. So I send Mary here down because I have to talk to you as soon as possible.
Did you also arrange for the recess?
Oh, no. This is our break. Our number just comes up. But now we got plenty of time, Mike.
Time for what, Augie?
Time to talk about your afternoon testimony.
What about it?
How about forgetting it this afternoon?
Why should I?
Because it's worth 20,000 bucks to you.
Is that the current price for perjury?
Oh, now, Mike, I'm not asking you to lie. We know you are under oath. But you'll be picking the subjects. Just don't pick policy, that's all.
You mean if I'm going to walk out of here, the answer better be yes?
There'll be no rough stuff either way. Only if you do say yes, you take 10 grand with you when you walk out. Is, hundreds okay, Mike?
Sure. Hundreds are okay, Augie. Well, I better be on my way.
Okay. Then it's a deal, huh? You get the other 10 grand back in New York.
It's the easiest 20 grand I ever earned. Considering I wasn't going to talk about policy anyway.
Hey, boss, you crazy? You can't buy Mike Barnett.
I wouldn't buy Mike Barnett if he was a nickel a pound. I'm only cleaning up a bad investment, that's all.
I think you just made one.
You remember that pack we take out of Milwaukee last year?
Should have been asbestos. Hey, you mean you paid off in hot money?
You got it. That 10 grand Barnett's walking around with was withdrawn from several banks by people who do not make out withdrawal slips.
I don't follow you.
You don't have to. You follow Barnett. When I tell you, Sit down.
He squawks at 3:30. We only got an hour.
Plenty time. Between here and the Senate building, he's hurt. On him is found a large load of bills which have numbers on them, which the FBI knows by heart. Only they don't trace them to me. They trace them to Nicky Logus, the rat, who stuck me with them.
Hey, Augie.
Yeah?
He's trying to flag a hack.
Federal trouble I don't like, Augie. And that guy's it. So we let him walk away. What are you waiting for? A storm? He gets hit by lightning.
I said I'd tell you when. It'll happen. They find him with the funny money. They figure he gets it from funny people. They figure he's not an upstanding citizen, so they throw his testimony in the garbage. And they look toward the direction of the Locus organization. It should happen to them sooner.
Well, he got into a cab.
Senate wing of the Capitol, please.
Sure thing, mister.
I want it clean. No slip-ups. Like the Benedetti deal. You remember?
Yeah, sure.
Boys, remember what Augie said. Hit and run. No misses.
Georgetown 27. Georgetown 27. Over.
Okay, Georgetown 27.
Georgetown 27. On the way to Senate wing of the Capitol.
Roger, 27.
What's the matter, mister? Somebody on your tail?
That's just it. There should be.
Nobody back there. I've been watching.
Not yet.
Are you expecting somebody?
Yeah, I sure am. How far is the nearest police station?
About a mile, the other way. Want me to turn around, go back towards the police station?
No, there isn't time.
You want the law?
Yeah, I got a date with Uncle, and I want to make sure I keep it. Stop at the first cop you see.
Well, you're in a hurry. Phone him. This is two-way, feeds into the office. Dispatcher pass on your message. I'll call him. 27 calling Central, 27 calling Central.
Go ahead, 27. Over.
Hey, Charlie, I got a fare once to call the cops. Got a message, will you take it? Here you are.
Thanks. Well, this is Barnett. Get this to the district police, will you please? I'm a government witness on my way to a Senate hearing. I think someone will try to stop me. Got it?
I don't get it, but I got it. What else?
Have them join us with an escort en route. They can verify me through Senator Albert Lane, okay?
Okay, Barnett. Where are you now?
Jefferson heading towards K Street.
Jefferson heading toward K Street. We'll go northeast on K to
Massachusetts Avenue.
To Massachusetts Avenue.
You read me okay?
Okay, mister, will do.
Thanks.
Company service, glad to help.
Well, we know where he is. I wonder if Harry and Doc do.
They better been listening. I told them to keep the speaker open.
Northeast, huh? That's what he thinks. Georgetown 10. Georgetown 10 over Central.
That's Harry.
Georgetown 10, over.
Picking up passengers at Constitution like you said. Okay, they got it.
Yeah, they and who else? Hey, who else can pick this up?
It don't matter, baby. It sounds legit.
So far off the band anyway, they couldn't find us with radar.
They moved the Potomac River?
No, what?
Then they moved the Senate 2 miles southwest. Or else you're driving in the wrong direction. Which is it?
Who's driving this cab?
Break this hack or I'll break your neck. All right, all right.
going?
Rock Creek Farm.
Wrong direction, but this is the wrong place to discuss it. Let's go.
This is Georgetown 27. I lost my passenger.
Yeah, this stupid clunk. Get Harry.
Georgetown 10. Georgetown 10.
Let me have that. Hello, Harry. Get on it, will you? Pick up the passenger.
Turn in here. Stop here.
Say, what's going on here?
Georgetown 10. Georgetown 10. The passenger's been picked up. He wants to go to the river.
Deliver passenger to river and get back to office. Good going. Pretty smart, huh?
Very smart.
Hey, Augie. Augie Burns.
Why, the stupid clunk, he's using my name.
Get on the horn, Augie. I got words for you.
Hey, that's not Harry's voice.
Who is this?
That you, Augie? Do me a favor, will you? Phone the Senate committee and tell them I'll be a few minutes late.
Is that Barnett?
Who is this?
Tell them I gotta stop first and tell the cops where they can pick up a few stooges for the biggest policy boss in the country.
It is Barnett.
Oh, and Augie, you live in D.C. How does a stranger get from Calvert Street to Massachusetts Avenue?
You, Barnett, you turn left and go straight to...
Smart man. Got it up there. Know what you got up there? A great big hole.
I guess all the questions I wanted to ask are already on page 1.
Last call from Mr. Michael Barnett. Please report to gate.
Oh, that's me. I want to read this on the plane. Pay for it, will you? I began it this morning.
Michael, you'll grow old, but you'll never grow old gracefully.
This is Mike Barnett, private investigator, duly licensed with the sovereign state of New York. If you tune in on this same channel next week at the same time, you'll see another exciting case reenacted from my private files. Many of the situations have been fictionalized, but what you will witness will be portrayed substantially as it happened and acted on the spot where it happened. You'll witness what occurred in each case when I was assigned to follow that man.